What is up, guys? Sam here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a tour of my settings, so let's jump right into it. Alright, to start things off, I don't play on any colorblind mode. I know a lot of people prefer having it on just because they can see enemies and llamas better in the storm, but I like playing mostly on default, so that's why I have my colorblind settings, or colorblind strength on 0. My brightness is 100, and I capped out my frame limit at 120 frames per second. My view distance is epic and my shadows are off. Keep in mind that these are my recording settings and not my in-game settings, so when I play solos or duos or whatever, I have this on epic just so I can spot enemies or llamas from farther, and everything else on off or low. VSync off, motion blur off. I don't like having motion blur on, it gets me kind of dizzy. Show FPS on, I love having this on, just because I know when I'm peaking or I know when I'm dropping frames in game, and it's really helpful. DirectX version, I have that on 11. I don't really know what 12 is, or I don't really know what like 11 is either, so I just kept that on default. Everything else is just on, off, it's pretty much default. Matchmaking region, I have that on NI East, it's just because where I live. Language is set to default, so English from the United States. Toggle sprint is off, sprint by default on, sprint cancels reloading off, auto open doors on. I love having this in box fights just because if I scuff up my edit, I can still open the door. Hold to swap pickup off, this is pretty much just default. For my building, it's reset building choice is off, turbo building on, this you gotta have this on, and confirm edit on release on. This is such a lifesaver, like, just trust me. Everything else is pretty much just default. Record replays on, record large team replays on, and the creative one is off just because it takes up a lot of space. HUD options, everything is on except for the bottom one. I'm pretty sure I swapped that out by accident. And the HUD scale is set to 100. Alright, mouse sense. So for my X and Y axis, I have, for my X, I have 19.9, and my Y axis, I have 20.1. Honestly, I'm not the type of person that likes moving their mouse all the way across their mouse pad when shooting and stuff, so that's why I have it so low. My targeting sensitivity is cranked to 100, and my scope sensitivity is cranked to 73.4. I don't know, I changed this a lot, but I've been hitting a lot of snipes lately with this, so I think I might keep it there. Everything else, as I said before, is pretty much just default. Controller options doesn't really matter, I play PC, right? So audio, I have the music off. I like having it off just because when I record intros for videos and such, I don't have to hear the crappy Fortnite music and edit that out. Sound effects, 69. Dialogue, voice chat, and cinematics are 100. I'm not really going to go through all this, it's not really important, so you guys can just check it out. Alright, keyboard controls, what everybody's here to see. So, WASD is my moving binds. I'm pretty sure everybody on the planet has that, so. Jump is my spacebar. Sprint, I have it auto sprint, so I don't have to do anything. Auto run is my equals and my numlock. Crouch is left control. Fire, left mouse button, and of course my target would be right. Reload is R and my use is F. I love having these, like these particular binds, just because they're so close to WASD, so when I'm walking or whatever I can easily reload or use something. Harvesting tool is set to 1, weapon slot 1, 2, 3 is 2, 3, 4. Weapon slot for number 4 is X, but I also have it set as 5. That's where I tend to keep my sniper, so I get to easily pull it out. Same thing with weapon slot 5, that's Z, that's where I keep my minis and stuff. I also have that set as 6. Crouch while building, left control. My wall is my thumb mouse button, but the second one, and my floor is a thumb mouse button, number 1. I love having these on my mouse just because if I press hard enough, I can press both of them, and I can easily wall floor edit, so it gets me height on enemies and such. My stair is Q, just because I really like having my binds next to WASD. My roof, so my pyramid is left shift. I don't know, I just like having it near my sniper or whatever, so I can easily peek. My trap is T. Place building, left mouse button. My upgrade and repair is H. Rotate building R. change building materials, that's not really important, but it's my right mouse button. My building edit is E. I know a lot of people would rather have it G or F, but I just really like having it close to my W, just so when I'm in box fights or in a 1v1 and I start cranking, I can easily double edit or maybe even triple edit. Crouch while editing, left control. Select building edit, left mouse button. My reset building edit is scroll wheel down. A lot of people said I should use it, and I started using it, and it's been helping me a lot in games, so I would 100% recommend trying this. Everything else doesn't really matter, but I'll still go through it. My ping is my middle mouse. Push to talk Y, squad comps F4, my chat enter. I have all these on default, so I'll just scroll through it pretty fast. Everything else is just like vehicles and stuff. It doesn't really matter. My controller, I don't really play on controller, but if I did, I'd probably play on Builder Pro or Old School. I don't know, a lot of people would say otherwise, but I just find that better. So yeah, that's it for my keybinds video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like and comment down below if you're going to try out my keybinds or if you're going to stick with the ones you have now. See you later, and I'll catch you in the next one.